all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning and happy Monday to you. You're listening to the Daily Morning Update from Bloomberg Quint and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 23rd of September. Here's everything that you need to know. President Donald Trump endorsed India's need for enhanced border security on Sunday at a rock concert-like event in Houston with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The event was called Howdy Modi. The US President pledged expanded military cooperation with India, talked about the need to fight terrorism, and also called for more border security, drawing huge cheers from the crowd. There's more that was said by both leaders, so do check out the story on the website for all the coverage. Now, the government will decide on reviewing its fiscal deficit targets near to the budget in February, according to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. She said this at a press conference on Sunday. This after she announced tax cuts for corporate India at the cost of a 1.45 lakh crore rupees of revenue to the exchequer this year. There is also no revised target for the government's market borrowing this year. By the way, CRISIL Research estimates that the country's top 1,000 companies listed on the National Stock Exchange could save 37,000 crore rupees after the cut in corporate tax rates. In major corporate news, CARE Ratings has cut the rating on Reliance Capital's bonds by 8 notches to default from BB, citing a delay in coupon payments on several of the lender's non-convertible debentures. Reliance Capital Group's debt stood at about $5 billion as of September, according to a company spokesperson. Dr. Reddy's Laboratories said that it is suspending a supply of its drug ranitidine worldwide as a precautionary measure following a probe by the US Food and Drug Administration into reports of the presence of the impurity N-nitrosodimethylamine at low levels. In more news in the pharmaceutical space, drug firm Torrent Pharmaceuticals is expanding its voluntary recall for tablets used to control hypertension in the United States due to the detection of traces of N-methyl nitrosobutyric acid, according to the US FDA. In international news, Hong Kong police again clashed with protesters in various parts of the city, with firefighters called in to put out blazes set by the demonstrators in the 16th week of the pro-democracy protests. Earlier, thousands had rallied at shopping malls in Hong Kong's Kowloon and New Territories districts after an afternoon that saw some people vandalize a train station before clashing with riot police. Deutsche Bank AG is close to completing a deal with BNP Paribas SA to transfer its prime brokerage business to the French bank, according to people familiar with the matter. The transaction may be announced as early as today, according to Bloomberg. The yuan climbed along with US equity futures as investors monitored signs of progress in trade discussions between America and China. The yen edged lower and stocks opened mixed in Asia. China's Ministry of Commerce said trade groups from the two nations held constructive talks in Washington last week. Also soothing sentiment that took a hit at the end of last week was a report that China's withdrawal from a planned visit to US farm states had nothing to do with the trade talks. Japanese markets are shut for a holiday today, and the other two early rises in Asia were trading mixed last I checked, with the Australian benchmark trading higher, about 0.4% and the Kospi in South Korea staying flat. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Good morning, Darshan. After the big move on Friday, how are we likely to open today?
Hi, Alex. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yes, Alex, you're right. Today, probably after Friday's move, we will see more buying that will come in because the SGX Nifty is indicating a 60 points gap up in trade today. Some of the stocks that we need to watch out for. Most of the hotel stocks will be in focus. The GST Council cuts tax on hotel tariffs. Hotels with tariffs of up to 1,000 rupees will not pay any GST. Tariffs between 1,000 to 7,500 will pay a 12% GST from the earlier 18%, and more than 7,500 will pay 18% GST from the earlier 28%. Biocon receives Form 483 with observations by the US FDA for their Bangalore plant. The US FDA had conducted a pre-approval inspection of these units from September 10 to 19. The company says that there will be no impact on the financials of the company. Petronet LNG and Tellurian Inc. have signed and announced signing of an MOU, and this crystallizes the earlier comments on exploration of overseas LNG opportunities. MCX will raise the FII limit to the company to 49%. Alchem Labs acquires Cashette Pharma from its subsidiary for 52 crores. Reliance Capital will be in focus. Care Rating downgrades the debt programs worth 17,000 crore of the company to default, and this is due to the delay in servicing of coupon of several non-convertible debenture. The company is saying that the payments were delayed by 1 day due to technical glitch in the bank servers. Cipla receives the EIR for the API manufacturing facility in Bengaluru. Astral Poly, the big block deal that happened on Friday, wherein the promoter sold in 36 lakh shares. What has been disclosed is that HDFC Mutual Fund has acquired 6.4 lakh shares of this company. Vanguard acquired 0.5% stake in Vinati Organics, and Goldman Sachs has raised the Nifty 12-month target to 13,200 from 12,500, and they reiterated a positive view on India. Morgan Stanley raised the BSE Sensex target to 45,000 from 40,000 by June 2020. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website, bloombergquint.com, and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. Well, that's all we have for you on this podcast, but there's a lot more on the website, bloombergquint.com, so do check it out. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day and an amazing week ahead.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.